from being dead and gone. Am I alive to die another day? Is this life that I've been living all that's meant for me? Every day I'm just surviving, keep climbing the mountain. Even when I feel like dying, keep climbing the mountain. Every time I think I'm over it, I wake up at the bottom of it all again. I'm still surviving, keep climbing the mountain. The higher I go, the harder I fall. So I don't look down, I don't look back at all. And when I wish it all would turn to black, I try to see the light and push the darkness back. Every day I'm just surviving, keep climbing the mountain. Even when I feel like dying, keep climbing the mountain. Every time I think I'm over it, I wake up at the bottom of it all again. I'm still surviving, I keep climbing the mountain. So if I'm not already too far gone, and if I feel the pulsing, I can carry on. When I'm lost and wanna fade away, I tell myself to live to die another day. Every day I'm just surviving, keep climbing the mountain. Even when I feel like dying, keep climbing the mountain. Every time I think I'm over it, I wake up at the bottom of it all again. I'm still alive and keep climbing the mountain.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on this festive Christmas Eve. Ernie Johnson of 2K Sports here with our big Santa, Shaquille O'Neal, and his elf, Kenny the Jet Smith.
And his what?
Elf.
Oh, gotcha.
Moda Center, the place, and the Portland Trailblazers will be on their home floor as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. And guys, for the Mavericks, just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. And a terrific international prospect, Luka Dončić, suiting up tonight. Kenny, it's rare to see someone this young with such a complete game.
You know what? A couple of our friends were talking, me and my friends, about this guy.
When? Yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago. And he's ready. He's strong. He's got a wide frame. He reads defenses well, exceptionally well.
He's good at creating his own shot. He shows a lot of pro-level moves, and you broke that streak of 10 straight.
That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off.
remember that.
Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
We are live from Portland, Oregon for a Western Conference contest with the Trailblazers. The sports fans are all nestled beside the 2K Sports broadcast as we bring you visions of NBA action this fine Christmas Eve. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. You look at Dallas. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival, you're going to be a little bit salty.
You know, that's what makes these games great. I mean, no love lost between these two squads. It's great competition with a little animus sprinkled in there.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kev. Well, Rick Carlisle is a coaching graybeard. He's entering his second decade as coach of the Mavericks. He led them to the franchise's first and only title in 2011. Now, Eric Spoelstra lost that series to Carlisle, and he says of him, he's a Hall of Famer, a trailblazer as president of the Coaches Association. We all owe him a great deal. Kevin?
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A. Well, Clark, a few teams at this point in the season have battled through back-to-back games. Just how hard is that on the body to play in consecutive nights in this league?
As I recall, Kevin, it wasn't terribly difficult. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoyed it. You could either get the bad taste of a loss out of your mouth quickly by playing another game. You didn't have to really practice. There's some energy concerns, obviously, but when you're well-rested and excited about playing, you find the energy. But I do believe there's studies that show there's a greater probability for injury the more back-to-back games that you have. That's one of the reasons the league has sought to minimize the number of back-to-back games across the schedule.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Smith and Matthews in the backcourt. The 4 is Barnes with Jordan as the 5. And it's Dončić in at the 3. And it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Smith. Over in the corner, Matthews. Jordan, the pass to Smith. Steps back and shoots. And the rebound by Nurkic. Lillard scanning the floor. Over Smith. And Lillard gets it to go.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Fires from the corner, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his first points in this one.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Right side Matthews. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Man, it's nice to see Matthews get involved inside, showing a nice touch around the basket.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Gotta like how they've come out here. I mean, connecting on 4 of their first 5 shots, yes, that's good.
Here's Smith. Got a piece of it. It's McCollum on the wing. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. That one goes in.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's McCollum. Chalk up 2 there. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Smith outside. Doubled by McCollum. The kick out to Barnes. Just 2 to shoot. Over Aminu. Barnes can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Lillard. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. Lillard's got 9.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? Much love to them because the energy was there, but the execution fell just a little short.
Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Damian Lillard is second.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the age we're living in right now. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a point guard lead his team in scoring, which used to be almost unheard of. And these guys here are all capable of carrying the scoring load for their team on any given night.
That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Mavericks trail by 11.
You know, management for the Dallas Mavericks came right out and said they did not want to enter a rebuild phase. You know, sometimes we don't get exactly what we want, and 2 subpar years in a row certainly changed things for the Mavs.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Dončić kicks to Matthews. Barnes against Aminu. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Dončić. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Dončić gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And Lillard gets it to go.
6 of 8 from the field, 75%. Just scoring the ball at will.
Harkless with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. And Harkless slams it in.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And how about the vision there from Dončić? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Lillard. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
You know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Dennis Smith. How last month turned out for him? He's right around 9 points a night, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Knocks it loose. Here's Lillard. It's deflected. Smith finds Matthews. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Matthews has got it back down to within single digits for Dallas. And here are the Blazers. Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 17.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, you know, it's early for sure, but still, they're flat out owning this team right now.
J.J. Barea's checked in for Smith. Barnes passes to Barea. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
Free throw, no good for Barea.
And you look at J.J. Barea and how he's played over the years, has always been a spark plug for a team off the bench. Just plays with energy and creativity no matter the situation.
Matthews with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Jordan. Kicks it to Dončić. Harkless comes with a double team. Fires the three. That one, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And with Barea and what he brings to the table, Greg, he also takes care of the ball.
A lot of guards who are bench threats can get a little sloppy or careless with the ball. And Barea has been upping his assists and cutting his turnovers the last few seasons, still finding ways to be effective even after a decade in the league.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
A different look now for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Nurkic. Leonard comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Turner's subbed in for Maurice Harkless. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Harris comes in for Wesley Matthews.
One shot.
Seth Curry missing all last season, Clark, with a bad leg and eventual surgery. You really feel for him.
You always do when guys are hurt because it's terribly frustrating. My career ended because of knee trouble early on, so I know the feeling. And it's especially hurtful and painful when a guy starts to show what he can do and be in the NBA. I'm glad to see he's back, and hopefully he'll continue to be the deep threat his team needs.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
2 shots.
Free throw good, McCollum. Clark, if you need to win a Game 7, and you can't have KD or LeBron, but you can have any other one player in the league, who would you pick?
Wow, if you can't have either one of those guys.
How you like that question?
There's a great list. Harden, Curry, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard when healthy. And I think you'd have to throw Russell Westbrook in there, too, for a one-game situation where he could just go with the abandon he goes with. But I think I'm going to hang my hat with Kyrie Irving since he was part of bringing a championship to the Cavs a couple of years ago, my hometown.
And the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's an 18-point game. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Substitution for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki.
Curry brings the double. Powell finds Barea. 6 on the shot clock. Harris passes to Barea. Tries again. And the layup good by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his first basket.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Mavericks trailed by 19.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
That's his second personal foul.
Devin Harris is a long-time NBA guy, once a very speedy starting point guard. Now he's mostly a reserve and provides scoring and leadership, and those kind of guys bring great value to the roster.
2.
First free throw is good. And Harris, now with 15 years of experience in the NBA, he's been able to adjust Clark his game to remain really competitive.
Yeah, you know what? That's not always easy when your game was predicated on great speed, which is what Harris used to have. He's extremely smart, though, and very good decision maker. And he never will be a 20-point-per-game scorer anymore, but he's still got a spot on the roster because of his experience and his savvy.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on. Good ball movement, wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Curry's shot is off. Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's Barea. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Finney-Smith. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Curry, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Dallas.
You can't be too aggressive when guarding Seth Curry because he's good at attacking and drawing fouls.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good by Curry.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
Stauskas is checked in for the Trailblazers. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, Greg, that's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Offensive rebound. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Now here is Harris. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Powell kicks to Harris. Drills the three-pointer. Harris has got 5.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Turner. Banked in off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Finney Smith. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 8 points for him.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Curry with the steal. By himself, and Curry throws it down.
Hey, he's so good at running to the right spot at the right time in transition. Seth Curry, somebody you've got to have an eye on in the open court.
And it's Harris with the ball for Dallas. To the middle, here's Barea. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Barea's got his second basket of the game.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
Here's Harris. And at last, they get one to fall.
Much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. Nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
And he makes that one.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
2 shots.
Shoot 2, gentlemen.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Here's Turner. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Nowitzki. Harris is out there with Smith. And it's Kleba in at the 5. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Here's Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Floats one. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-in-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff, thanks. Nowitzki dishes to Harris. Ball's knocked loose. Lillard outside. Buries it down low. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Smith kicks to Finney-Smith. Over Collins. No good from Finney-Smith. Trailblazers leading by 21.
Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, he actually has a utility night for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
Here's Harris, following the score by Damian Lillard. Kleba, the pass to Smith. Sinks the triple. Smith's got 5 now.
And I tell you what, if the defender is not on Smith before the pass, it's too late because he's always ready to fire and he burns you.
That one good for 2.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Dallas calls timeout. Clark, you once worked for the Indiana Pacers, Vice President, Player Relations, and really had your fingerprints on a lot of part of that organization. Could you see yourself going back to an NBA front office role?
I don't anticipate that. I love what I do as a broadcaster. I really feel as though I'm right where God wants me to be. Currently had a wonderful tenure with the Pacers, 32 years between playing, broadcasting both radio and television, then 4 years in the VP of Player Relations role. Phenomenal relationships with a number of people, but no, I think that chapter for me is in the rearview mirror.
I speak for everyone playing the game, watching the game. We're glad you're in broadcasting, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, partner.
So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Zach Collins. Aminu comes in for Leonard. And Harkless is subbed in for Turner. Then for the Mavericks, Barnes, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Dončić comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Matthews in for Harris. Here's Lillard. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Lillard's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's been on the roll this quarter, really leading the way for his team right now. Smith kicks to Dončić.
Here's the floater. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Harkless. The shot misses, and it's Dallas the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
For sure. Agree with you there. They just didn't have it. Seemed like they were a step behind and out of sync.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. It's rebounded by Stauskas.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Here's Aminu. No problem on the jumper in close.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And love how much Dončić believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
And that one's good, Lillard.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Harkless comes with a double team. Kleba kicks to Matthews. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
And that one's good, Lillard. Lillard's got 35.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Kleba, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Portland.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
The first free throw is good. Dallas making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And here's Aminu. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 37.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Kleba. Here's Barnes. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Portland ball.
Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And that matchup against the Sixers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard.
Timeout. Timeout.
That's foul number 2 for him. McCollum's checked in for Nick Stauskas. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
Well, from long range, we've got a set of point guards here that have been extremely hot. Those are their three-point percentages for the last 10 games. Look at Curry. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Damian Lillard. Same can be said about him. Another player that gets it done from beyond the arc.
You know, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and knock down a triple. Great backup plan for any point guard to have.
Well, forget about using it as a backup plan. With the numbers this group puts up from deep, I think it should be plan A to have them stroking it from three.
Now, here's Matthews after Mo Harkless's miss.
He's yet to hit another three after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
Smith surveying the D. Pass to Matthews. Wants to get it to Barnes and does.
Now, we've talked Barnes is athletic, he's strong, but he also has good bounce, so he gets up fast to ram it home.
Here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
Two shots.
That free throw missing. J.J. Barea checked in for Dennis Smith. And he's good on the second. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Lillard against Barea. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 42 in the game.
And, Damian Lillard has such a quick release. Excellent at getting his shot up and over the defense inside.
Barea finds Jordan. Back to Barea. Nobody near Barnes. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 44.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Matthews against McCollum. Here's Barea. That's tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's getting around 28 points per, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And for Portland, their shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. Count it.
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Here's Matthews. Here's Powell. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Aminu. But they get it back. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his first basket of the night.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Now, here's Barea. 9-point game his last outing. Curry with some nice D.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. 16 points for C.J. McCollum.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Here in the second quarter, the three-point percentage has gone through the roof. Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
And so here is Dallas. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Barnes has got 7 now in this quarter. Nurkic trying to get open, and McCollum the bucket on the assist by Curry. 18 points for C.J. McCollum. Dallas has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. That one goes. Count it. McCollum's got 20.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
There's 1:47 left in the second quarter. Matthews into the lane, over McCollum, and it's Dallas with another.
And Matthews unafraid to let it fly from the mid-range now. A consistent score from this area of the floor.
Here's Aminu, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Aminu's got his second bucket.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive. He's got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Curry. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 21.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
For the Trailblazers, Zach Collins checked in for Aminu. And it's Turner in for Harkless. And Dallas with a change here, too. Harris has checked in. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a Renaissance man.
Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Dallas also making some changes. Nowitzki comes in for Jordan. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Harrison Barnes. Here's Barea. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Turner.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Powell, that's good.
You know, Powell continues to want to expand his range to get better shooting from deep. When he's connecting from outside, I think it helps his team in a big way.
Count the basket. Curry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Dončić is checked in for Dallas. Here's Dončić. 23 points for him the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Just 4 to shoot. Collins grabs the miss.
No other way to say it. Flat out bad defense. Didn't even contest the shot. Lucky for them, he misfired on it.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Portland out in front, just dominating this one. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points, 3 steals, and 1 assist. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
A look at the Hawthorne Bridge in gorgeous downtown Portland as we welcome you back to Oregon. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
Yeah, a real game changer in that regard, too. I mean, his activity was great. Excelled at finding ways to come up with those steals.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Nurkic, and it's Harkless in at the 3 slot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Dallas has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And it's Smith missing.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Now, here's Dončić after the miss from Damian Lillard. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Dončić. Dončić has got 4 assists now tonight. And Luka Dončić, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Dončić not playing in the summer league as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible. And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And it's Smith missing.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start. Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And there's the pass to Dončić. Takes a shot at the elbow, and the jumper is good. Dončić has got 6.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Dončić has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
And that one's good, Lillard.
And, you know, he's been their go-to guy. Smart at knowing what shots to take, when to take them. Plays with really perfect pace.
Got a piece of it. For 3, Smith. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, Smith is both a volume and efficient three-point scorer. I mean, he shoots a lot of them, but he makes a good percentage of them, too.
Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Lillard, good, he hits again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. The kick out to Barnes. Now, here's Dončić. He's guarded closely. Good D by McCollum. Here's Lillard. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And so here is Dallas after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Dončić passes to Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Here's Smith, following the score by Damian Lillard. Smith kicks to Dončić. Back to Smith. Here's Barnes, stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Barea.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
And he knocks down the first one. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Dončić. Defense is right there. To the paint. And again, Dallas turns it over.
And taking a look now at stats for Jusuf Nurkic. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
And Greg, with Barnes, beyond what he does on the floor, he does everything right off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, this organization just loves his intangibles and demeanor as a leader. Incredible work ethic that allows him to keep refining his game. Still very young and is growing into the player this team hoped he'd be.
And they pick up 2.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Dončić with it. Lillard picks him up. High, arcing shot, and Dončić finishes inside. Dončić has got 8 points.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Collins checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. The Mavericks also with a sub. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Matthews. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And, you know, by all accounts, last season was a fine debut for Dennis Smith Jr. I mean, he handled starting point guard duties from day one and was given room to learn on the job. Wasn't always easy, but this kid has talent and showed moments where you get an idea of how special he might be.
Here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. First in rebounding. And also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. And for Smith last season, the goal was mostly to improve his game along with the teams.
Yep, exactly. And Dallas knew they wouldn't be competing for a lot and let Smith Jr. find himself, play through mistakes, learn on the fly. He improved his reads off pick and rolls and also showed improved vision as the season wore on. Guys at the point have to see the whole court at all times. One area, though, he's got to improve in is his defense and awareness on that end of the floor, because athleticism is there. If the awareness improves, this guy could be a demon on D.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Here's Lillard, and another one falls. Amazing.
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring.
And Wilt Chamberlain holds both the first and third place scoring marks. First, of course, for 100 points, and third place all-time with 78. Anytime Wilt's name comes up, you are making history.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now, here's Dončić. He's guarded by McCollum. Misses off the right iron. And here's Aminu. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Portland ball.
Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Turner comes in for McCollum, and then for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Harrison Barnes. Here's Lillard, and again!
And that puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain, that tells you all you need to know.
And another one!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages.
Well, he has already cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. And if he passes that mark, the basketball world is going to be talking about this guy for years. And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
That shot off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Smith with it, picked up by Turner. To the paint, here's Finney-Smith, and the rejection by Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Seth Curry.
Here's Dončić. He's got 8. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Dončić has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that was Dirk Nowitzki getting in the way of the defense right there. Well done.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. And that one falls for Collins. Dallas has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Down low, Nowitzki. 2 points, that one goes.
Love how Nowitzki goes right up with it when he's this deep. I mean, not giving the defense any time to react.
Trying his luck deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Here's Finney Smith, and the foul called on Myers-Leonard. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Berea's checked in. And so here is Dallas. Here's Finney Smith. A three-pointer off the mark. Portland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Portland no good that time either.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
And Leonard gets it to go. The Mavericks shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Leonard brings the double team, and the foul called on Myers-Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harris is checked in for Dončić.
Substitution for the Mavericks. Devin Harris.
Here's Powell. He's got 9. Berea with it. Leonard picks him up. Berea with a wide open look, and it's Dallas with another. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Turner off the drive. Here's Leonard, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And so it's Dallas with it. To the middle, here's Finney Smith. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 6 assists in the game. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Portland. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And here are the numbers for Turner. How last month turned out for him? He's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Now here's Powell. He's got 9, and the basket is good. And that's now 9 points for Devin Harris.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Shot's good by Turner.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
To the middle, here's Finney Smith. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Assist from.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Harkless is checked in. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Harris against Curry. from 12 feet out. Harris, no good. Portland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. A baseline J. Curry can't get it to go. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. High arcing shot, and there's Devin Harris on the assist by Barea. And that's 11 points for Devin Harris.
And, you know, Barea is a capable floor general. Very good at setting the table for his teammates.
The Trailblazers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Leonard taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw. Mavericks shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. Looking for Harris, he gets it there, and the basket is good. Harris has got 6 in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
The shot by Harkless, no good. And Harris wide open. He shoots, goes back up. And no problem from Powell as he finishes at the rim. Powell's got 11 points.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Leonard's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Powell is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then it's Devin Harris. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Here's Curry with the 3. Hands it from downtown. Curry's got 28.
And this is what Seth Curry is out here to do. Able to score in a lot of different ways.
Curry against Barea. Inside, Nowitzki. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
Baldwin can't get it to go.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Pass to Powell. Down low. Harris, no good.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Shoots from the baseline. And it falls over the rim and in. 6 points for Harkless.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
Here's Leonard. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Leonard's got 10 points in just the second half. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Man, like how strong Nowitzki goes up with it there. I mean, when he's this close, he's not trying to lay it up, fellas. He's punching that thing.
Mavericks have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. To the inside, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Portland making a change here. Layman's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Measury's checked in. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. A lot of super teams trying to form right now, Clark, in the NBA. Golden State, one of them. Talk about some of the sacrifices stars have to make, for instance, in Houston, when they join forces.
Kevin, that's such a great point, and one that's often just overlooked or underemphasized, the sacrifices you have to make to be a championship team, and usually that starts at the top of your roster with your best players. And sometimes they have to bend and mold their games to the people around them, so that's the hard part of it. Just because you put together a lot of talent, as we've seen, doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. So the sacrifices, the commitment, those are big parts of contending for titles.
Norkic checked in for Harkless. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. To the right side. A nice shot by Baldwin. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Finney-Smith. Launches it. Rebound by Norkic. Norkic has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And Portland again with the bucket.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Count the basket.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Swanigan, no good.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
Picked him clean. To the middle. Here's Baldwin. Yes, that goes in. Baldwin's got 6 in the quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And he gets the bucket.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Bangs home the trifecta. And that's 20 points for Devin Harris.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And he comes up with the deuce.
He's becoming more comfortable in tight. Seth Curry is good at picking his spots from this area.
Barea, that's a 2-pointer. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Curry got it. Good job in the low post. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out, he's doing it.
Here's Layman. Baseline J on the way. You look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in player salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
Swanigan gets the bucket. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Kleba, the pass to Mejri. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Baldwin. Here's Lehman. Up and in from the low block.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the boards.
Harris, good. Harris has got 9 points in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Good.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Kleba. To the paint. Here's Mejri. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Inside, Kleba. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 8th assist in the game. Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Left side, Harris. Brunson. Second chance shot. That shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Stauskas, rejected by Harris. And here we go, the Mavericks on a fast break. Brunson the pass to Harris. They get it back. Here's Kleba. He kicks it to Harris. Right wing. Takes the three. Drills the three-pointer. Harris has got 25 points in the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Stauskas. Hits it from about 6 feet away.
In addition to his long-range shooting ability, Nick Stauskas is also very quick on the drive. I mean, his quick first step catches defenders off guard sometimes.
Harris looking it over. Lets the three fly. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Lots of room. Lehman gets the bucket. And here is Harris. Clark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
And Harris does a really good job using his quickness to his advantage, and he's got plenty of that quickness. A creative guard who plays with an edge, too.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Collins, good.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
To the inside, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course of. That's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
And the pass to Brunson. Here's Kleba. Dallas moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Here's Finney-Smith. And no good that time. Great D that time from Leonard. Tries a 3, and another 3 for Portland. The Mavericks shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Mejri, and he lays it straight in.
Really like how he used his body, got outstanding position on the boards, and then maximized it.
Here's Stauskas, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Devin Harris.
And Stauskas is really clever, maybe even cunning, with how he draws contact. You have to be careful in how you defend him.
First free throw is good. With social media providing instantaneous news, Clark players have to really watch what they say now. Before they hit the send button.
Yeah, you got to pause before you peck, and you got to pause before you post. That's one of the things I would tell.
Well said.
That's what I would tell guys when I was talking about this landscape that they're in. Heavily scrutinized, and to the NBA players' credit, they've done a great job with social media. They're very visible, they're very accessible, they're well connected to the community through their platforms, but you do have to exercise some caution in how you go about your social media profile.
Harris kicks to Finney-Smith. Here's Kleba, but they recover it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
The shot by Powell, no good. Portland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for Lillard.
Sheer dominance from him tonight. I mean, he could not be contained. A big reason for their success this evening.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
For Trailblazers, Evan Turner. At the line for 2.
Two shots.
That one is off. That one is no good. The Mavericks shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Barea against Turner. Floats one up, and Barea finishes inside.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
At the line for 2.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harris, bounce pass. A nice shot by Barea.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
Mavericks ball.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Inside. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Barea.
And, you know, these are easy ones. Once you're this close, it's academic.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're ahead by 48. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
Tucking money in the safe for my kid, and I'm good in the hood. Never tell that girl the truth, I'ma lie to her. Word to my baby mama, she is where I wasn't, but I'm the father of the year, and she'll tell you I'm here. Dream I am way up at the rim. Pool full up, then I'ma take a swim. If she ain't texting about no money, I ain't reading it. I'ma get some, then I'm a girl, I ain't need you. Oh, I'm ballin' like baby. They wanna have my baby. Nah, fresh like mayonnaise.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. "19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harkless dishes to Turner. Off target from outside. Turner against Barea. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.